Good day to you all, and it's Cragum here, and oh my god, what is that I see? Oh my god, yes, I bought Silver Tower, I got Silver Tower, and I'm very, very happy. Anyway, so I thought because I got Silver Tower, what I would do is have a quick look at the contents for you, because I know it's quite a steep price and a few people will probably be going, fuck that shit, I'm not buying that. But I, on the other hand, said yes, because look at it. Even though it's got one of them golden gob ends on the front, I don't care, because it is beautiful. And as an old Hero Quest player, it's always good to have something so bloody gorgeous as this. I mean, I can firstly say this is heavy. It was not fun to carry through town, so I highly advise on pre-ordering yours or getting yours delivered to your home, because my god, it is so full. Listen to that. So I've not actually had a look through it, so this is actually quite fun for me, because I've not actually seen any of the contents bar having a quick sneaky little glance in the box, but all I've seen is the kind of the top layer. So firstly all, we have this delightful artwork which we've been seeing a lot of on all the promotional stuff, and wow, it is beautiful, gorgeous like box to have, really nice. The sides, obviously, just the usual. The back, obviously, it's going to show you the game. And as you can see, as we've seen from a lot of the product shots in the magazine and things like that, it looks gorgeous. It looks great. And I actually had a game. I didn't have a game. I did a little kind of a test run of how combat works and how it works at the Games Workshop Manchester store the other day. And it's brilliant. I love it. It instantly sold me playing this game because it's so well written. And as you'll see in this week's White Dwarf, which also will have a review, I promise, because I said I would do every week, we actually get to read about how the guys who made the game came about creating Silver Tower, and it's a great read to see how it was not an easy task for him, and it's understandable because this mechanic for this game is what can only be described as brilliant. And all I've heard from people is that on the forums, everything like that, anybody who's tried the game out, people who've been testing it out, it's been amazing and it's really, really worked, and it's a great laugh. So I got myself this copy because I hope to have a fair few games with this, but I realise I am talking too much, and obviously we want to see what's inside the box. So let's do a little lift off there, put the lid there. So I'm going to try and show you how full this box is by the fact of, if I do that, as you can see, it's like 55 models, there's the cards, everything like that in there. It's amazing. It's so amazing. Like, look at all those models. And you can see this is like, I'll pull these out now actually, but let me just put the lid down there. I have to have a table for this. Normally I wouldn't have to, but so first things first, we've got a few of the character sprues here. So first things first, you can see this is the Sigmarite, not Sigmarite, the Warrior Priest, should I say, and his Glyphhound, which is cut in two. It's a bit creepy. But again, this is something like I've always wanted a Warrior Priest model, and I've never really liked the ones what were out. Bar there was one, I think, and which was released with the Sigma. Not the Sigma, the Empire release, the last Empire release, and it was really nice. But I never brought myself to buy it because I wasn't really a fantasy player of Empire or anything like that. But this is really nice. Like this guy's really nice when put together. So then we've got one of the hero sets. So this actually comes with, you have your Dwarven Warrior here. Just to say as well, what's great looking at these kits is they really aren't doing like the snap fit. This is like you are free to work with things. Like there's the Dark Elf, and as you can see, it's kind of the arms are separate. The body's in 2. Admittedly, the body's in 2, so you're a bit restricted by that. But you can customize these guys because, and they are great for conversions. Like this is the new Gaunt Summoner, as you can see. Look at his head there. Look at his little head. Again, really nice, and like the armor is actually kind of made so that you could actually mount that on another model. And then we have here, I believe this is the kind of the Spirit Seer lady, who I don't think many people will be using, but it's nice to have someone who uses a magic caster to try and use when you've got a bunch of warriors. But yeah, so as you can see, like I say, that's how the kind of the heroes combo looks things. So let's pop that in there. This sprue comes with our Sigmarine, should I say. I'll give him his due. It's quite a cool model. It's quite a big model when you look. We also have my favourite guy, as all Chaos players will agree, is the Dark Oath Chieftain, who has quite a cool little accessory I didn't notice in all the kind of like paint jobs, even though I've looked at the model in store. He's quite cool, and like again, the head looks like you can actually put any head on you want. So that'd be quite cool, really, actually, to have do some head swaps, really. I can imagine there's going to be a lot of conversions out of this guy and the Dark Elf characters, because you've not had a decent topless male Dark Elf ever. So it'd be quite nice to have that kind of barbarian style Dark Elf. And then we have, for one model, these two pieces here, which are great because this shows the pure scale of this model. This is the big guy, and as you can see, he is big. Cool big horns, lovely hairy back, because apparently that's what women go for. But yeah, so that's the hero sprues. So that's that. Now let's go to the chunk of it where I'm amazed. I am absolutely amazed. Like, when you think back to the day when Games Workshop were putting things on sprues, they would used to have a big chody box. I haven't got an example of one, but like you'd be thinking about that thick to fit a unit of 20 men in. Now you think this box set has got 55 models in it, and you can get all those 55 models on 2 sprues as big as this. Now look at that. I look like I'm hiding behind a mesh door. But it's amazing because you look and you've got your kind of your brimstone little buggers here, you've got your Skaven runners here, you've got your like, this is not a small model as well. When you look at the size of the pink horror, he's actually quite big. I'll get this Imperial Gent, and you look at the scale of the pink horror next to him, it's bloody huge. It's actually a really big model. And I mean, the cool thing is you actually get 2 of them, because this is actually just essentially 2 of the same sprue, as you can see. But it's amazing because you're getting so many models for, I mean, I know the price is £95, and a few people are kind of going, hey, I don't know if I can pay that. But the problem is you've got to think it this way. These are beautiful new sculpts. They're very, very, very individual sculpts, which will not be probably available ever again unless in this box set, and they are brilliant. I mean, the acolytes look gorgeous. Again, huge models. They're not small models. None of this is small. Even the grots, the goblin scuttlers, they are pretty big models. I'm looking at them right now, and it's like the Skaven. These guys will work great as assassins in your army for your Skaven, which is a shame because I got an Skaven Eshin assassin ready for this game, but discovered when I looked at the app that the app didn't have any of them on it, so that was gutting, really. Also, note to self, I will be doing a review on the app because I really like this Silver Tower, and it's great because they brought the app out, so I'm going to show the app and I'll do like a screen and talk over, but that will be for another time, not now at all, no. But yeah, so anyway, back to sprue. I only need to show you one sprue, really, because it's twice over, but it amazes me that you get all your troops, well, half your troops on this. Oh, that was but no damage on this sprue, but slightly damaged sprue. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, I'll do like I say, I'm doing videos to show the progress of this paint job on all these models, because I'm hoping to have them all made in the next week, and then I'll start painting the heroes, then the enemies. And the cool thing is as well, from what I spoke to the member of staff at Games Workshop, Alex told me that basically in the book there is actually more enemy rules. You can actually use the kind of the flamers, the screamers, things like that. There are all rules in there for the Silver Tower. So going from the sprues, we're going to look at. So you just to point out, you do get. I don't know why these are loose. I got some free range bases, but as you can see, all your bases, all there, ready to mount stuff on. It's weird because I honestly thought that the bases came from, when you look at the pictures, all the models have like a little stone in the base, so I thought that was the case, but I didn't do anything with the models I was going to make for it, because I kind of want to go with a different approach. So I'm kind of happy that, because I wanted to actually add kind of my own style base because of it. So, wow, there's a lot of things. So first things first, you get dice, lots of cool coloured dice, purple dice, red dice, white dice, creamy peachy dice, and a blue dice, and a black dice as well. So I presume that is for each of your characters. So yeah, you've got enough dice, and explaining the mechanics hard at this point because I've not read through it fully, but I will have a look through, and I will probably do a video on it. But one of the cool things is that you get these dice and you get these kind of things. Like, so here is exploration cards. Let's have a look at these, shall we? No, doesn't want to. Always bring scissors when you do these things, Craig. Why? Why would you not bring scissors? Or even a knife? You're a Warhammer geek. It's what you should have on you at all points. Right, okay. Let's try that again. I didn't break anything. Let's just stick that and... But yeah, anyway, while I'm unpacking this, again, the box set, I mean, it's now we're down to the next level. You can see there's a lot of like the panels, things like that. The panels actually are kind of in a thing where you've got to pop them out, so that'll be something you have to do as well, but not really a bad issue, just as long as you don't tear anything, which I can imagine some people might. Now, so these are the exploration cards. Beautiful artwork on the back. I've seen this in the White Dwarf as well, but as you can see, the sheer scale, that is a Sigmarine. That's a Sigmarine right there. But so these exploration cards, you kind of get the elements of like the rooms. So exploration cards, you pull one of these out when you use your explore ability, I believe it is, and as you can see, there is so much choice for different rooms. So the games are never going to be the same. So it can be a case of that you could draw a card, and you could draw a card, and draw a card, draw a card, draw a card, but you could end up being on this game for hours. You really could. But yeah, so that's those. That's the exploration cards. As you can see, a wad of exploration cards. So you have a great amount of cards to work with. So these are your treasure cards. I like it. You get everything labelled so you know what they are. Which is good, because I would not be able to do this review if I had no clue what I was looking at. The problem I have is, again, I just really should have come prepared with a knife. I really thought I'd cut through that then. No! Why can I not get open? I'm having technical difficulties. And I'm not going to play the technical difficulties background music, I promise. Okay, so let's chuck that there. So, as you can see, lovely. That's how it's going with. And then these are you kind of, I think you pull them once you win the end of the battle or anything like that, or if you do certain things. But there's also some pink ones and blue ones. I can't be too sure what they are for, but I presume that is what they are. They are broken up to. It just says treasure cards, but I don't know. I've not read the rules, but as you can see, 2 sets of cards, blue and pink. So I'm not sure what they are, but again, big wad of cards. So again, more choice for your characters. Now, talking of characters, this is a quite cool thing. Is the character cards. So let's again get the skizzers and use this amazingly sharp blade to cut in without cutting my cards. It's a cry. This is a big purchase I've done and I don't want to ruin anything. So let's have a look. So we've got the Night Quester. We've got with a lovely back. I like it. You get kind of a shot of like an action shot of each one. You got my favourite, the Dark Oath Chieftain, looking awesome on the dance floor. You've got Mistweaver Say. I'm intrigued to see how she plays because she's not just beating the shit out of people. She's actually got like it's weird because people have like these different abilities, but she seems to have very little. She just seems to have one kind of big power. We've then got Teen Braille Shard. That's what I'm calling him anyway. He's quite a cool character. I don't like the idea of how I'm going to paint him. As you can see again, stats kind of picture. Then we have Excelsior War Priest. He has his Gryph-hound card, which I believe is at the front of there. So you take the Gryph-hound card with you. But yeah, so you get him. He's got a cool little like, check my hammer out, bitches. They're all like, damn! I wish I brought a hammer to work today. I could have fought him, but I can't. And then we've got everybody's favorite at the moment, the Fire Slayer Doomseeker. Because people can't just call them dwarves anymore. They used to be just giant hunters and shit like that. Cool little shot with a weird blade. I presume this is the... I've not been into Age of Sigmar in a while. But that is a weird blade. Not really a blade I would have thought for a dwarf. But still, I'm not one to judge, you know. So that's all the hero cards. And I know that there is the app, which you can download and get more heroes, but this actually is just the kind of the core ones, but you have to pay for the ones on the app. But also there is a great thing in a White Dwarf where it looks like they're going to be releasing rules for each one. So check that out. It's great. There's one in this week's issue, and I won't say who it is, but let's just say Nurgle. Then we have it's the guidebook, and then by looks of things we've also got the the instructions on how to put our models together, because I feel like looking at that sprue I'm gonna need it so bad. So we've got rule book English. So got a nice little thing saying, look, buy the app, download the app. I highly advise it. I was moaning the other day when I saw that you had to pay for other heroes, but then as I realised, it's kind of sod it. So we have the guidebook. Read this first. Oh, I'm fucked. I'm going to take it back because I've just gone through all that before I read this first. But yeah, so great. It's full colour. Something from the olden days we all love. So it tells you, it's like, this is obviously, you kind of informing you on everything. So someone new who's not played Silver Tower or played Warhammer obviously won't have as much knowledge of a lot of us who've played it for years. So it's great. Like, it shows you how to move your models, things like that. I'll have a read through this. It's quite a few pages as well. Like, here you go. Adversary phase, so that's quite cool. That's going to be quite awesome. Later rounds, when it starts getting a bit hefty. Further rules, you've got gaining skills, multiple exits, dead ends, vanishing chambers. That was something quite interesting, was vanishing chambers, of the fact that I think it's if 2 rooms are like if a hero is 2 rooms away, then the room before that disappears. So if a hero goes into a new room, the oldest room will disappear. I'm not sure if that's entirely true, but as that's exactly how it is. But I know that that's quite an awesomely dark rule because it means you've got to stick together. So yeah, there's a lot to read through. Especially if I'm planning on having a game on next Saturday. Other adventures, new heroes, exotic adversaries. So the adventure book will also contain 4 new adversaries for a Warhammer Age of Sigmar range, as well as rules to include them in your game if you wish to face some new challenges. So yeah, it's quite cool. It gives you background on each of the heroes, which is cool. Like there you go, you got the Mistweaver Side and Tenebrous Shard, and then you've got quite a cool picture of the baddies, looking in all their tzinchiousness and we've even got then like the Gaunt Summoner. We've got. So this is where you go to get your rules for the enemies when you're playing in the adversary rule, adversary turn, should I say? So yeah, you've got kind of like that. That's all the basic ones. Then you've got this kind of a reference table on the back, quite cool. So that's just a quick look at that. I don't want to go too deep into this because it's insane. So here you can see the how to put things together. Ooh, look at that! Look at all them models. I like it even says just like ×2. I'm not going to show you all of them. ×2. So yeah, shows how to put together your heroes. The heroes are pretty obvious. So is the Gaunt Summoner and the Ogroid. It's the same with all the kind of the enemies. It's like you've got a lot of parts. Just as soon as you start taking them away from each other, then it's going to be easy. These are the guys who I want to put together more than anything. Is the Acolytes, because they look so awesome. This is coming from a Nurgle player, so. I apologise, Father Nurgle, for bad mouthing, for praising your enemy. So this is the Adventurer rulebook. Don't read until instructed. Then maybe I won't. I don't know. Let's break the rules. We'll have a quick glance through. So there's all this. This is like intense. This is like steps on what to do. So this, I'm not sure how this works. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. But look, new champions. There we go. I feel like this is bits we can read. So quite cool because I've actually got this guy, but I don't have the rules for him because he's in the book. No, he's not in the book. He's in and Slaughter Priest. It's insane to see a Knight Venerator, vending machine in this because he's quite a big model, and for a hero, I know the heroes can be quite big and the Sigmar Marines are big models, but he's really big and I feel like it's a bit weird him being in it, but I want an ogre in there, but I've not got one yet. Oh, and here you go, here's the rules for him, so that's pretty cool. I was quite chuffed to see that. That's put a smile on my face. So yeah, that's actually quite cool that you get these 4 things. And like I say, this is kind of how they come in the White Dwarf. So I presume it's a case of if you want to have them, then you can just photocopy them out. And then obviously you've got the paper then to put your dice on, things like that. Then you've got the monstrous hordes and exotic adversaries. So that, again, like I mentioned before, is you do get the Heralded Tzinch, the Exalted Flamer, Screamers, and Flamers as well. And you get then the rules for these guys as well on how to use them in the game, which is great because I've been really like, as much as I'm a Nurgle player, I don't mind the Tzinch models. I actually have a few of the not the old models of the Blue Horrors, but I have the kind of the mid-level ones before the plastic, and they're great models. I really like them. So I'm going to use them in the game because obviously you can use more. Now, this is where the awesome's at. This is all the panels. As you can see, we've got like 4 I don't know why I'm looking at the camera for it, because I can see it right here. But you got 4... Oh, hello. I just spotted 4 extra bases, which I presume were meant to be in this bag, which clearly escaped itself. Even though it's closed, I don't know what's going on with that. So let's have a quick Uganda. I need the scissors. I need the scissors. Oh, I need the scissors. Oh, I'm being very careful. I'm being very careful. There we go. That's all I needed to do, was be very careful. There we go. So, it's like Christmas. No, wait, it's actually my birthday. No, it's not. It's not my birthday. It's next week my birthday. But stay tuned. Ooh. No, this is kind of a birthday present. Early birthday present. So, you don't care about that. Why would you care about that? So, these are the cool things. What everybody loves is these boards are awesome. Like, they are very delicate as well, as I did that parts were coming out. So as you can see, this is all your panels, all your pieces. Your board for your Gaunt Summoner is there. So as you can see as well, if I'm correct, they are double-sided. Oh, but that one's not, because that's for the Gaunt Summoner, which he sits in there. No, he doesn't. Does he? He sits somewhere. I think he sits there. I'm not sure. But you get your like, these are your wound markers. So when I played it, basically on the little 4 dicing, if you take a wound, you hit that wound off, and you can't use those dice anymore. So I think it's one of those things where you've got to be really smart and make sure that you kind of, if you get the chance to have a heal power, probably best taking it, because from what I've heard is the Gaunt Summoner is a badass to fight. So here's a tip: take him. Oh god, no! One of the pieces is coming out. So as you can see again, oh, shiny diamonds, and then on the other side, blue room of Tzinch. And then there's the portals there. And then the portals, I believe, are where the enemies come through, so they can come up at any point. You've got the shards, so they're what your goal to get into is. So you get each one of these, and then if you get all of them, so you do like a mission each time for those pieces, then that's when you get the pieces. Then you've got the more rooms. It's quite nice because you've kind of got these Tzinch kind of tile floors, but then the other side you've got this kind of like more natural, like that's beautiful. Like, look at that, like the intestines of a Sarlacc. So that's sheet 3 of 4, and then the last one where you've got like a few more of the small pieces. So as you can see, more kind of portals, more death. Like there's death on one side, and I think that's stunned on the other. It's weird, and then there's like multiple wounds, I think. So if you give someone multiple wounds, you get that. But yeah, again, tiles with like there's this interesting thing as well. When I spoke to the guy in a Manchester store, is that if you actually look at the cards, they actually do have an effect, because there's certain rooms where, I think if I can find one, let's see if I can find one. So things like this, like, no, yeah. So things like this, where you've got like teeth or anything like that, there is actually a card, he said, like a tile, he said, where basically you've got holes in the ground. Like, so these are actual tiles you can't stand on. But like, so there is rules for these apparently, which is quite awesome, really. So it means, like I said before, every game is different. But yeah, so that is that. That is that, and yeah, that's upside down. But yeah, so to say, I mean, I've not properly had a look at everything. I've got a lot to look through, as you can tell. But by all means, let me know what you think to it. I'm going to have a read through. I'm going to probably wet myself with happiness, the fact I've got this now. And then also wet myself in tears of sadness as I realise how much I've spent on this. But nonetheless, hope you enjoyed this. As always, we like to see Warhammer responses and opinions. The community has always been great and always been pleasant to us in the past when I've showed models or anything like that. So it'd be great to hear people's responses back to the Silver Tower. I know I'm only starting out on the videos, things like that, but it's great to get feedback, everything like that. And as well, this is probably like the third, fourth video I've done where I'm face to face on the camera. So it's quite nice to start doing these more and connect more than doing the gaming videos, things like that. But yeah, so anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Fingers crossed we'll have some of these guys done soon so that I can actually have games with my mates, and I can do probably even some battle reports of like the games we play. Probably don't think they'll want to be on the first ones, but I'll convince them. I'm sure I will. Hope you enjoyed. This is Cragum Out. Drop us a subscribe before I go. I'll just say it. Drop us a subscribe if you like this, because there'll be much more content like this. White Dwarf reviews, model painting tutorials, things like that. At one point I told you I will tell you about all this. I'm going to put the subscribe button here again because I liked when I did it last time and it looked cool because it faded in like, ooh. Oh, it's there now, I swear. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Love to hear your opinion. Enjoy Silver Tower yourself, because I know I'm going to, and I'm not going to leave this on the shelf like, ooh, that. So this is Cragum saying, I bid you adieu, goodbye.